I've said on many occasions that I don't really like playing the Switch on the go, and one of those reasons is because I don't really like using the Joy-Con. However, there's a company that has a new accessory that lets you use your Pro Controller while being anywhere you want to. So today I want to talk about the SwitchFix for Nintendo Switch. Let's jump in. Now, if you didn't know, the SwitchFix is still in its Indiegogo phase, so this is just a prototype, so a lot of things are subject to change. However, this is my opinion of how it is in its current state. And hell, maybe this review will actually convince you to go support the Indiegogo. So yeah, as you can see, this is a device that kind of reminds me of E.T. now that I'm looking at it in the camera. It looks kind of funny, and it's pretty big overall. If you're trying to take this on the go with you, it's a lot to take with you. However, if you're just trying to sit in the bed and maybe just use your Pro Controller and you're not using your TV, then this is honestly the perfect accessory to use. So as you can see, I'm moving this around kind of fast, and I probably shouldn't because it's not extremely sturdy. Yes, this thing can come off if you shake it hard enough. However, I haven't had that issue with my time with it, but I'm still scared that it just might happen. I did test it out a bit. I put my Switch in front of a pillow and went down a little bit harder than usual, and it did come off, but luckily it stays on there pretty good and it's not too scary to carry it around like this. So one thing that you might notice is that you can actually change where this is on the screen. You can push it down further and you have it in front of your controller like that, which is a bit, I don't know, it's pretty cool in my opinion. And then, or you could have it just straight up off of the controller completely sitting on a table if you wanted to. So I like that it has different options and it's not just one thing. And honestly, I can't really see myself going back. Like I was saying, I love the Pro Controller and I don't really like playing in handheld mode. As you can see with the packaging, it came very minimal with nothing else besides this accessory, and there's no assembly or anything like that. You simply take it out, you snap on your controller, you slide in your Switch, and it's easy as pie. At first I was a little put off because I thought that the build quality of the actual accessory, it seemed a little too light, maybe a little too easy to break. However, I understand why they wanted to make it as light as possible, because after you put your controller on there and slide your Switch in, you're getting a pretty heavy gaming rig to carry around with you. So if they would have made the accessory any heavier than what it is, it honestly would feel like I'm carrying around a brick. As I mentioned, there is the one drawback of this actually coming detached if you shake your controller too hard. I can't help but think if the accessory was a little bit more sturdy, then that wouldn't be a problem. Another thing that worries me is how the controller snaps into the accessory. These little groove holders will probably wear over the years, so sooner or later it'll probably fall out even easier. Now when it comes to moving the accessory, it's a bit stiff, but honestly that's probably better. You don't want your Switch changing while you're playing it, you don't want it to lean forward or backwards, so it's probably best that it's pretty hard to adjust. Now I tried using multiple different types of games. With games like Mario Kart, things are a little more relaxed. You're not shaking your controller around because matches are getting intense, at least not too intense. Mario Kart is pretty crazy, but I wanted to try a more laid back game, and then a game like Super Smash Bros. Where things are a lot more intense and you might be shaking your controller around a bit more. I'm happy to say that regardless of how hard I shook, how intense things got, the accessory was never even noticeable, which is exactly what you want. It wasn't falling off, the screen wasn't shaking really bad, it was all perfectly intact. Now when it comes to the tabletop mode, I honestly wouldn't recommend playing it like this, not because it doesn't stand up or anything, but if it's sitting on a table and the table shakes, it's probably going to pretty easily fall over because it's just sitting on such a small few inches that are holding it up. But I suppose if things are pretty calm at your house all the time, then tabletop mode should be perfectly fine. My kids do not let my house be calm, so that's why I wouldn't recommend it for anyone where things can get a little chaotic in your house. At the end of the day, I think if you're a gamer like me and you don't really like playing in handheld mode, then the SwitchFix is the perfect accessory for you. Now I've gotten a lot of accessories because of the YouTube channel and the reviews that I do, but honestly this one I'll probably end up using the most. Well guys, that's all my thoughts on the SwitchFix. I think it's pretty dang awesome, and I think if you're like me and you don't really like gaming on a handheld, then you should go check out the Indiegogo that I'm linking down in the description. That's all I got to say today guys. Please subscribe if you like this video, or check out my other videos. I do all types of different stuff. So thanks a lot, and I will talk to you guys later.